what we're doing. Let me go through the to-do. We need to finish transferring material from the old site to the new. We need to create an internal wiki, it's called. I don't want to get into details of that. But people might as well start using the forum now. Just understand that we plan to make it available to the public, hopefully in a month or two. So be careful what you say. Don't be somewhat diplomatic compared to what we have sometimes. You can't say things that are too bad about American Diabetes Association. Okay, the new site. We're interested in putting together a new diabetes site. And here's the process that I want to go through and the timeline for it. First, assemble a development team. We've got ideas for most of the people that would be on that. We need to assemble our Diabetes Advisory Council. I've got some great potential members here that we can recruit. We're going to be reviewing websites like DLife and all these other sites, just get ideas. Then we're simultaneous with all this, I want us to be developing diabetes nutrition guidelines. That's sort of going to be in parallel with what we're doing in the web development, but we'll feed into it. And that's what the committee would be doing. We have a separate development team for the web development. Then we would generate alternate designs and the overall look and feel of the website. We spend some time doing that. That's pretty important. We need to establish that before you start building anything else to the website. Then we would do an overall site outline, right? We think, my guess is on the order of 200 web pages, and that would take maybe 4 weeks. We review it with a membership for perhaps a week, arrange a publicity campaign, then when we're ready to make it public, we go public in a big way, as big as we can. We may not get a lot of the major press involved, but we could probably make a pretty big hit within the diabetes community. Yes?
Okay. I'm totally hip to all of this. Is, though, the Metabolism Society solely focused on diabetes, or are we also trying to communicate with people who are not diabetic, at least yet?
We're talking about two sites.
Okay.
So, and,
okay.
and I don't want to forget that at all, but one of the advantages of focusing on diabetes is, as Richard was saying, there's no question. So if we focus on this, the way I look at this, if we could get change in this area, it's then a lot easier for us to make change other things. This is where there's no question at all. And so that's one of the, I'm diabetic myself, and that's part of the reason why I focus on it. But I think from the society as a whole, that's where we can, where we have an extremely convincing case where we ought to be able to make the first impact while we are continuing with everything else. It's very up here. Okay, here's the team. I'm sort of leading this for now, potentially in the future. I'm not a web developer, but that's probably not that essential. We have a current web developer. I haven't actually talked to him about this. I hope he's not too pissed off at us. But we're going to need somebody who understands HTML and tech support real well. I have only a very rudimentary knowledge of HTML. I think the bulk of the work is going to be need to be a writer that's writing all these 200 web pages. I'm hoping to recruit Adam to do that for us. So I've got ideas for these people. I can find web developers. It's not that hard to find web developers, but I think we probably ought to plan that we're going to have to pay them. I've been thinking of having a science advisor. We might be able to do this with a committee on a volunteer basis, but if we have something like a deal, pay her money, have her actively involved in the process, it might help us move forward. So I'm saying that the budget for all this is maybe on the order of $30,000, including a $5,000 reserve. And then what we would be doing is we'd have a weekly web conference to start and really get it moving. After it's completed, we would then start using a lot of the material we've developed to develop other presentation packages, brochures, other things that we can use as well. So the question is, how would we be able to get that? Would we be able to get that money? And what I foresee is we start by putting together this in a more detailed plan, saying here's what we're going to do, here's what we're going to accomplish with this. We're telling how much money we expect to need. And we go to these different organizations, Atkins Foundation, Weston Price Foundation, Atkins Nutritional. Now, the National Cattlemen's Beef Association is actually paying for studies of low carb, for example. They don't really call it that, they call it high protein. And all these organizations here, incidentally, except Atkins Nutritional, I got all these names by looking at the USDA HHS Dietary Committee website. These all organizations have all submitted comments. They all have an active interest. A lot of them have a fair amount of money. They've got a lot of lobbying power potentially as well. So one of the things I want to do is have Nutrition and Metabolism Society serve as a coordinating force, first in helping us get the money to move ahead, but also in terms of lobbying things like USDA and Health and Human Services. If we get a good story and actually working to coordinate these bodies, I think we might become a lot more effective than we've been in the past. That's it. Any suggestions about or feedback on this? Yes.
Like yourself, I've read Dr. Bernstein's book. I've had type 1 diabetes for 47 years now. I charted my blood sugars before I read the book and after. And the difference was so dramatic, I started a book club up in Canada. Now, to get international exposure, Richard Branson, who owns Virgin Galactica now, is offering private citizens the ability to go into space. Before we send a diabetic into space, somebody who does a webcast from testing their blood, you now get LifeScan, AIMS, all the other drug and medical device companies on board for funding as well. It's something that's international. Get one of the diabetics, first diabetic in space. You can go anywhere, do anything. It's a promotion. I'm willing to do this, okay? I love space. I'm willing to go. The idea being that we can make this international. I'm a great proponent of the book. I promote that left, right, and center as far as a low carbohydrate diet goes, for diabetics as well as non-diabetics.
We're generally, in fact, we're looking for ideas of promotions. Adam had a bacon challenge promotion that he talked to me about, where we get a group of people together very actively on our website, promote it as a bacon challenge, and have them try the Ornish diet for 3 months. Check all their lipid levels, check everything, and then have them try the bacon diet for 3 months and check everything, and have this done in a very public way. And incidentally, the discussion you had, what you were saying about the data, I've been thinking a lot about that too. And in the future, what I want to do is to be able to come up with innovative ways of getting people to enter their data and figure out some way that we are able to use that data. So definitely we need to stay in touch.
I have another idea for funding sources. You know, as the CSAs, the community supported agriculture, begin to grow throughout the country, those are, you know, there's not a lot of extra money there, but if we could begin to find a way to get people who join CSAs to donate $1 set aside, then you'd have a much larger group of people each submitting $1, and that might be a beginning to reach into lots of different people. Instead of getting one council, for example, to donate 10,000, you may get 10,000 people to donate a single dollar.
I would like to echo that. I live next door to the guys who publish the biggest journal of permaculture, permanent agriculture in the world, and they're heavily into spreading the whole community-based agriculture and small community farms and things like that, and they are absolutely behind low carb. Absolutely behind low carb. It's really, really nice to have an introduction. Dinner, vegetables.